Okay, quick anatomy review. We have our frontal lobe, we have our parietal lobe, and they're divided by that central sulcus, right? So we know anterior to that central sulcus, we have our motor cortex, and posterior to that central sulcus, we have our sensory cortex. So now let's talk about how we find our homunculus man amongst these structures. So if we had, and I don't have a whole or both sides of one model, so we're just going to put these together like this. So if we had our whole brain looking a little bit like this, we have our right hemisphere and our left hemisphere, okay? So we have a motor cortex on this side, we have a motor cortex on this side, and you see they kind of line up right there and divide with that central sulcus. So this is going to be perfect for dividing it right down that central sulcus. But we know posterior to that, in the parietal lobe, we have our sensory cortex. Now, if we do divide it, everything's falling. Okay, if we do divide that right there down that central sulcus, then we have our homunculus man map, or that's what we're going to call it. So this is what represents what you see on those maps or diagrams of the homunculus man. You have your sensory, because it's back here with the parietal, and then you have your motor cortex that's up here as part of the frontal lobe. Let's see if we can get our pictures up over here. Now, it does kind of look similar, right? Yep, you can see it now, I'm hoping. You can see it now. Okay, this maps out where the nerves are distributed in the body. So your most innervated areas of your body are represented in a larger capacity here. They take up more room. They need more nerves. They need more output and input. Like your hand, here you have this much of the area that's taking up for your hand right there. Why? Because that's our motor, and we need all that for all those fine motor activities that we do with our fingers. Here, we also need the input going in, telling us that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing with those fingers. So we have all this area for the hand. And I'm going to say that the mouth's really big because we like to eat and taste our food, and we like to talk, and you can see how big it is here for vocalization. And then in order to be able to, you know, yeah, blanked on that one. All right, well, that's Mr. Homunculus, and I hope you understand it a little bit better now. And just so you know, if we looked like the same as if we were a visual representation of our nerves and how innervated they were, we would look something like this. You're welcome for that image. I'm glad we don't look like that. Don't forget to keep it simple, students.